Hi everyone, this is my week ahead reading for you. I did skip a couple of days and I do apologize for that if you were waiting to see the video, but I still am doing a reading for this week just a couple of days late, sorry. So this reading is going to cover January 17th to January 23rd. And I know that on the 21st is the full moon and also Martin Luther King Day. So some cards may come out talking about that. And I already did some notes about this week and I'll quickly share them. So the spirit animal of this week is the panda bear, and I think it's really sweet. I did pull a card from this deck, but I'm still going to shuffle it and see if a different card comes out. But I know for sure that the panda bear is a spirit animal. And panda bears represent gentleness, peace, and harmony, and also balance. And so this week is going to be really gentle on us, and we're also going to be really gentle on ourselves with the projects that we work on and the things that we pursue this week. We are going to take things easy, and if we have a really big project to get done, we're going to work on it in increments. Like each day, we'd spend like 30 minutes every day on it until we get it done. There's a message about this, and there's advice also not to procrastinate this week, because it's not a good idea to pull an all-nighter. It's best to take things slow, take things easy, and just make things easy for yourself. So if you have some time out in the day to do something, there's this advice that it's best that you do it and not put it off, because you may have to later do it like on your day off or a weekend like Saturday or Sunday when you have the entire day off, and it's gonna be a bummer to have to do it. So there is a message about that. Oh, we're also going to learn new languages, possibly, like some of you, or you'll watch TV and there's people in the show or in the movie that has an accent or they speak a different language, or maybe you meet someone and they know like 2 to 3 languages. And I know like earlier this week I saw in the news that there's this new device where it translates a lot of different languages, so there's even that as well. Maybe using that and learning a new language like French or Spanish, going somewhere and hearing a different language spoken, and maybe you like pick up on some of it. Yeah, so there's a message about that, because panda bears, whenever I think of them, I think of different cultures, different cultural activities, new languages, different languages. And yeah, there's also a message about eating better this week, like grabbing and reaching for the fruits and vegetables rather than processed and packaged foods. You'll reach for the banana rather than the frozen burrito in the refrigerator or freezer. And pandas represent the plant kingdom because they eat bamboo, and so that's where I got that message. It could be a message about bamboo as well, like just being really flexible. I know that bamboo plants, when the wind blows, they'll like sway and then go back. So there's this flexibility to this week as well, having free time and being flexible with your schedule and the things that you do. Also, don't say yes to doing something if you know that it's going to be overboard or like overkill for you. Like maybe your schedule is already like booked up and you're really busy and someone asks if you can help them out one day. If you feel that it's going to mess up your schedule a bit and like it's not going to be the best day, you know, like don't say yes, because once you say yes, it's like solid, you know, and you can't really go back on it. Interesting message. Like if someone, I guess, like asks you to go somewhere and is like cutting it close to another thing that you have to do, then it's probably best to say no, or let them know that like you'll try to make it but you may not. Like don't make it solid. Don't say like, yes, I promise I'll be there, you know. This week is also about friendship, peace, silence, so peace and quiet, gentleness, focus, priorities, calm, so feeling calm, being in a calm environment, a peaceful manner and way of communicating, powerful yet gentle communication. You're going to listen a lot. Listen to people's conversations, like maybe you go somewhere and again like you hear people like speaking another language and it's kind of fascinating to hear that. Listening to friends, listening to family and the people around you and the environment, listening to the birds singing. Thank you is the phrase of this week. Also truce. Truces with people, maybe someone apologizes to you or you make an apology. Sigh of relief, breath of fresh air, meaningful messages to friends and those around you, focusing on what matters, going at your own pace, even with pressures and expectations, taking it slow, and don't push your limits and boundaries, giant project and big ideas. There could be some hindrances this week, like some delays. I saw something with traffic as well, like maybe you'll have to take the back roads one day because like traffic is really bad. Really busy. There's a message about like taking the back roads, going a new way, doing something different than what you're used to. Oh, also, I wrote down resistance, disagreements and arguments in your midst, but you'll solve them with a few wise words. Peaceful mediator. And it also said traffic delays, back roads, new route, new way of doing things. Try not to procrastinate, so no all-nighter. Accomplish in increments, chunks of time each day, throughout the day. Time management. Fruits and veggies, high energy foods, stay alert, amped to accomplish project and goals. And the message from the panda is be sure to fully develop a project before taking on a new one. Focus is the key to all your endeavors. Yeah, okay, so that's all I wrote. So now I'm going to shuffle my, what is it? Secret Language of Animals Oracle deck. Okay, predictions. Oh wow, that came out fast. I really love this card. Orange-bellied parrot. It looks very tropical and summery. Radiance, expression, communication, and acceleration. And I'm going to show you this again just so you can read the writing here. I did mention communication that is peaceful and gentle, like you talk to someone in a very gentle way and you like diffuse an argument, diffuse negative thinking. Maybe you catch yourself and you start thinking about something different. There's like the word diffuse that's coming up. Communication is really important, and also like saying thank you to someone that really helps you this week. Being grateful for the friends and the people you have and letting them know that. Expression. There will be a rise in expression, like you'll be motivated to express yourself and speak up more at work or maybe at a party. Like maybe you're not usually the one that says a lot at get-togethers, but you'll speak more and you'll want to say more and express yourself. Maybe you share with someone one of your gifts or talents and you actually like show them how you do it. Like maybe you're a dancer and you're not afraid to show a friend or a group of friends a dance move or like dance moves that you've come up with yourself, original. Coming up with something original and that's completely you, and expressing it, not being afraid to express it. Saying something that has been on your mind but maybe you were afraid to say it, but this week it will come out and it will be effortless for you. Like effortless and easy communication. Very expressive. Like not holding back if you have something to say. If you have something to say, say it. That's what I'm hearing. And radiance as well. That's another word. I'm seeing a sun. Like I'm seeing a lot of sunlight. So, radiance. You'll express yourself and it will be seen as beautiful. It will be very appreciated and it will shed some light on something. It will bring answers. Radiance. I'm also thinking of beauty, like getting your hair done, doing some makeup, getting the makeup out, like wearing a really nice shade of lipstick or lip gloss this week. Maybe you'll go on a date with friends, or just a first date with someone, or a second date. Go out with your husband or wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. Dress up. Acceleration is also another word in this card. So some things will happen really fast. Like maybe you have to make a quick decision while driving to dodge an accident, or for some reason, like I'm being drawn to see like a car, and you're in the car, and your friend is in the passenger seat, and they yell like, "Take a left now." It's like really quick. Or like someone is driving kind of like they're not the best driver and you have to do something quick so you don't like run into them. So I guess like be careful when driving, just like be alert when driving this week. Maybe there's like a lot of traffic, a lot of people like out driving this week. I don't know. This is something that's coming up. Acceleration. Fast movement with a project that was going like moving pretty slowly, but now like it starts to pick up. If you work at a business, maybe you start to get more phone calls coming in. If you're a receptionist, or like a business just picks up, there's this acceleration, there's this rise of activity. Maybe you get motivated and energized to go out, get out of the house, and do something fun. Maybe you decide to take an art class or go to an art gallery. There's something about colors, like colorful. Going somewhere and there's like a lot of different people there, like cultural people, people from all around the world. Like you go to some kind of a workshop and it's like in this huge auditorium, and there's like all kinds of like different people there, different languages, different cultures, like coming together to learn about something or talk about something, like a diverse. That's what I'm hearing. Because this pair is really colorful and it makes me think of art, but also like different kinds of groups of people. Like in high school, there's like the really popular kids, and then a group of people that love art and they're always like doodling and doing sketches and drawing cartoon characters. Like they're just into that, it's their niche. And so it's like there's going to be many people that have different interests coming together to talk about one thing, and like they have a common goal, and all of them have like different niches, different gifts, different talents, and they come together to create something, like do a project. One person could be like a fashion stylist, and a different person is good with film and video, and the goal is to make a film, like a movie. And then there's the director, they're good at directing people, and there's a writer that write the scripts, and then the actors. So like there's group projects, there's teamwork going on this week. Even if like it's not in a work setting, like even if friends get together and start a band or do band practice, you know, like there's the drummer, there's the person with the guitar, there's like group activities. That's what I'm... Okay, more messages. I also discovered that the orange-bellied parrot is associated with Feng Shui. So in the Chinese art of Feng Shui, they are considered symbols and omens of positive energy, good fortune, and also a balance between the 5 elements. And they're a little different. There's metal in the Feng Shui elements. So it's water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. And they're native to Australia. And it also clarifies what I was talking about with communication this week, and how we're not going to hold back. We're just going to express ourselves and say what's on our mind and what we are thinking. It says, as part of opening the channels for your full expression, orange-bellied parrot calls you to communicate openly, honestly, and clearly with others. Be playful and expressive. Let humor open spaces for new levels of connection. Take time to elevate your mastery of the art of listening, to others and to yourself. If you are not sure whether you understand what another has said, repeat their words back to them. Validate their expression and allow them to know that they have been heard. Ask for the same in return. And there's like this mini quote for this spirit animal. It says, I am an expression of God's light and color. I move with the swiftness of angels. I radiate who I am in all that I do. I am the rainbow bridge with wings. And in Native American tribes, parrots were embraced as messengers of prayers, bringer of blessings to help guide the way. So I thought that was beautiful. So the 2 cards that came out were the King of Wands and 8 of Wands. So a lot of fire energy. I really like this card. And there's a salamander in this card as well. Let me find it. It's right there. It's kind of like hiding there because salamanders are symbolic of power and fire as well. So we got the lion and a salamander. And it does look very fiery, the coloring. So this card is actually quite perfect for this reading, and it does validate what I was saying about projects. And this card is about getting creative and talented people together to bring a project to fruition, and also people seeing your vision and wanting to help that vision come to life. And so it's also about leadership and working in a team and in a group. And it's also about charisma and energy, power and charm. So if you express yourself this week, it will be seen, it will be noticed, and it may attract job offers or new friends. It's like when you get up in front of a group of people. I know there's like these places where you could get up and do poetry at the top of your head. You just get up. I think they're close to colleges, and people will just get up and say different poems, like open mic night. That's what I'm hearing. When you put yourself out there and do something like that, you are bound to talk to people afterwards. Like, someone is going to want to talk to you and say that they liked what you said and what you did, like your entire performance. Is going to inspire someone, and it's going to create connections and friendship with people. So there is a message about this for sure. One sec. The king is a visionary leader capable of uniting creative people and bringing projects to fruition. He is charismatic, able to inspire others to work towards his vision, urging you to consider the long-term potential of your ideas. This king has the stamina and energy to create and complete long-lasting, long-term projects. In your reading, this card may indicate that a time has or will arrive when your charisma is at its highest, and people will be attracted to you and interested in following your vision. And the card can also indicate that someone with those qualities is or will be appearing in your life. When this card appears, it is often a scion of personal success and power. This is particularly true in a professional or financial reading. Promotions, bonuses, and leadership opportunities often appear when the King of Wands is in play. So, opportunities this week in work or finances. Maybe you put a car up for sale on Craigslist, or like advertise it online, and someone really wants the car, and so they contact you and right away they buy it. There's a lot of good fortune and good luck associated with this week, and so it's a really good week for action. If you want to make some extra cash, you can put up some listings online, and you're most likely going to sell those things. Or it's a really good time to get a new job or go somewhere. It's a really good time to make connections with people and to have charisma and like accelerated motion, accelerated action, because we also have the Eight of Wands. And the orange-bellied parrot, it says acceleration on it, and so there's this strong message about movement and progress, speedy decisions, but like only if you were sure, you know, like if you were 100% sure that you want to say yes on that, with that choice, and you want to go ahead with it, then say yes. But I always want to say, like, you want to think about the decision if it's like a really big one. So speedy decisions aren't always the best, but I feel like this week there may be some speedy decisions, and there's this assurance, like being sure of yourself, being sure of what you want. That is also a strong characteristic of this week. like a sureness. Like, I am sure that I want to do that, so yes, I'm going to do that. And there's no second guessing, there's no maybes. It's either a yes or a no, and you come out and say it. Like, no, nothing is holding you back. It just like comes out. And maybe that's out of your character. So there may be these interesting occurrences this week where you do something out of the ordinary, like someone asks you for an opinion on an outfit and you come out and say like you should probably like wear a different shirt, and usually you don't express your opinions. You don't you're not quick to say what you think, but this week you will be, and there's like this appreciated honesty. That person is going to appreciate you being honest with them. If there's a message like to be careful about asking questions this week, because people are going to give you like the honest answers. So if you're not going to be cool with hearing a yes or a no, then it's probably best that you don't ask. Because people may be like brutally honest this week. Like, there's this very like high energy of complete and utter honesty with others, and there's no holding back. It just comes out. It's very fiery, it's very quick. There's quick movements, quick actions. Things just seem to like fall into place very fast. When it was at a slow pace, there was slow progress, but all of a sudden stuff picks up like very, very fast. It's very speedy this week. That's the energy, and like this card shows this. You see a deer mid-air jumping, as well as a pheasant flying upwards. This is the energy. It's moving very fast. Some of you may fly, possibly, like get on a plane this week, because there's also an element of flying, like being in the air. So maybe you'll travel or explore someplace new. Maybe you'll go pheasant hunting with someone in your family, or just go up in the mountains and you'll see a pheasant or a deer. Chance encounter with a deer, possibly, or a pheasant. Like, I'm seeing like a wooded area. Camping, possibly. Some of you may go camping as well. I'm going to take a drink of water 1 sec. Okay, I'm going to move these books over here and decide what other cards I want to use. Okay, the Shadowscapes Tarot. Gonna use this one next. Okay. Oh my gosh, the Eight of Wands, seriously? This card was at the very bottom of this deck. Oh my gosh. This is such a strong message for this week. Like, wishes granted. When I see dandelions, I always think of wishes and visions coming true. See all these dandelions here, and this lady, she's blowing on the dandelion and the seeds are being cast into the air. And so there's this energy of doing something, like breathing life into your aspirations and your goals and projects, breathing life into them and taking quick action. Like, today is the day for me to do this. and you are assured of it, you know, like you feel like if you go to this specific place, you will run into someone, and there is this perfect opportunity waiting for you, and so you take action, you follow that inspiration of yours, and sure enough, you run into someone, and maybe it's someone that you have met before and they are interested in what you're interested in, and you start collaborating with them and you get a project going, or you start working together and you become business partners, you know? Like there's this message about opportunities, projects, working with people, collaboration, teamwork, charisma, energy, movement, acceleration, wishes being granted. Maybe a prayer is answered, like you were asking for help, and the help just comes into your life. It like blows into your life like a seed in the wind, like a bird in the sky. It just shows up and it's there, and you're amazed, absolutely amazed. So let's see what other cards come out here. Just checking the time. Okay, more predictions and messages about this week. Ooh, the star, I like it. Okay. And on the 21st there is a full moon, so it's interesting that the star card is showing up. Not the moon, but it's still correlated, you know, it's astrology. Just gonna zoom in here so you can see all of the imagery. This is the kind of deck where you could look at a card and like in each time you'll see something different because it's just so detailed. I really love it. Okay, I'm gonna look at this. Prosperity, good luck, good fortune. That is what immediately comes to mind with this, because there are koi fish in this, and koi fish to me represent prosperity and good fortune. They're really good luck charms, and so there is this hope in the air for an opportunity, or for a dream fulfilled, a prayer answered, a wish granted. That is the energy of this week, and we will be given the energy and the choices to make those happen, and for prayers to be answered through people or through opportunities, which usually come through people. Those will come, and there's this air of hope and a star you can wish upon, and a lot of visions are going to happen this week. A very like visionary week, possibly very powerful dreams, very vivid and colorful dreams. Again with the colors, very vivid dreams and psychic insights, psychic wisdom, answers coming through. The star card is always about hope, and if you feel lost, like this this card can show that, but it says that there is hope that you will find your way and clarity is coming to you. So this is a very, very bright card, and you could see that in the imagery. It's bright like the stars, and you're going to be given some kind of direction, because back then people would look to the stars for direction and guidance. They were the compasses before compasses were invented, you know? It's like that direction system within yourself that never lets you down. The original compass, which is your intuition and your dreams, aspirations, those are what will never steer you down the wrong path, you know? It's pure guidance, purely divine direction. And so there may be some messengers coming to you this week through like animals, and you look up the meaning of that animal, or a friend gives you an answer or like a message and it's the answer to your prayer, or you receive it yourself through a vision or like clairaudiently. There is that message about listening, so even clairaudience, you'll psychically hear a message while driving or anywhere, even in a dream. Like you have a dream of a spirit guide coming to you or a loved one, or even an animal, or maybe it's just you and you hear it through the space and it just echoes to you, do this is the right way to go, and it's this deep message. So that is something that's coming through here. The star is also about healing, like deep healing, and so this week is very gentle. It's going to be very gentle on you. You're going to be very gentle on yourself, and you're going to do some things that are healing for you, like for your body, mind, and spirit. Eating healthier, like fruits and vegetables, making some shakes, packing lunches so you don't go out to eat at work, you just have a packed lunch and it's actually really good for you, really healthy, and you planned ahead to make yourself feel better throughout the day. It gives you that boost of energy, and it's really good for you. It's really healthy for you. And so there is a focus on health and healing and feeling hopeful as well. This card is also about tranquility and peace. And so you may take a walk in the middle of the night this week, or just go outside and do some stargazing, or just sitting in silence and meditating to find some tranquility and some peace along with healing. You could also go to a spa or have a therapy session with a therapist, or have some energy work done, like have a Reiki healing session for yourself, or you go to some kind of crystal shop, a spiritual shop, and buy some like essential oils, aromatherapy, and that creates this ambiance of peace, you know, like lavender oil, and getting some luxurious and calming products, maybe setting up a really nice bath for yourself, and you get these rose petals and bath salts or essential oils, and like uh, get this really awesome concoction of herbs and salts that are really going to help you relax. This is the energy of the star card, you know. It's the peaceful night with the stars, or looking at the aurora borealis, I think that's what it's called. Again, with the colorful lights. There's something to this, like even fireworks maybe, like some kind of celebration. Maybe you go to someone's house and they like set off some fireworks, even though it's not the 4th of July, but you know, people still use fireworks for special occasions, if it's legal, and even if it's illegal sometimes, you know. I don't know. There's a message about this, or like getting some sparklers as well to celebrate a wedding or a birthday party. Yeah, sparklers, that's interesting. Sparklers are kind of like stars as well. It goes along with the theme of the card. Getting some of those glow lights, like the sticks, and when you crack them, they start to glow. Maybe you go to a birthday party for, I don't know, like a 10-year-old or younger, like 5, 6, and like they have these really fun party things like the glow sticks or yo-yos, or like some kind of toy like that, or like they get out the sparklers. There's this very playful kind of vibe that I'm getting from this week, like going to a comedy club, or just having fun with different like activities, like lighting sparklers, seeing fireworks, laughing and enjoying the company that's around you, the company of friends and family. It's very lighthearted and joyful. It's very uplifting as well, and there's like this renewal of peace and hope and upliftment to the heart and soul this week. That is what's gonna happen this week. That's a really positive message. I really love that message. Okay, so I'm curious what cards are gonna come out of this Oracle deck. This is the Universal Cards deck by Juliet Jaffrey Hubbs. It's like the most simple name ever. Universal Cards. Okay, messages about this week. Past, okay. Rejuvenation, okay. Yeah, that's another word, rejuvenation. I'll show you the cards once I pull some more. Making peace with the past. That's something that I'm hearing. So you have hope for the future. Okay. So there is healing that's gonna take place involving past events, people from the past, memories of childhood that weren't so pleasant, or even just making peace with the fact that it's like you're no longer living in your childhood home and you're no longer that age, you know, like maybe you have a lot of really good childhood memories and it's sad for you to go back to them because like you wish you were still there, you wish you were still living in those memories and experiencing them, but they are no longer there. They're still with you in your memories, but like it saddens you that you can't still experience that. You can with new experiences and making new memories with new people, but sometimes like when we hold on to that, it like prevents us to like find happiness now and for our future, you know? And so there is going to be this healing and this peace that will be made when it comes to things in the past, like past exes, past friends, past relationships, places that you went to, and the memories associated with them. And like the memories and the people that aren't there with you anymore, or people that you lost touch with, like there's this healing within yourself, there's healing of that and rejuvenation of the heart so that you can move forward, move on from that and find new love. Like if it was a breakup that hurt you and there was this deep heartbreak, this week you will find healing for that, you will mend that, and it could be like the final step to healing, so then you can meet new people and find new love and let love in, you know? There's this message about that, making peace so that you can allow yourself to create new memories, new experiences for yourself. We also got me and intimacy. So there will be a lot of like intimate moments with yourself, like making that time for yourself, putting together a really nice bath or a spa day for you, and it's very nourishing and healing, or like scheduling a session with a therapist or a Reiki healing session, or just a fun day for you. There is this inwards focus, like taking a walk alone in the middle of the night to stargaze. There's like this solitude and peaceful seclusion that I'm feeling, and it's going to be very rejuvenating, and it's going to restore hope and peace within yourself, little things like that. And so like there really is a focus on this, and when you see this image, like there's only the lady stargazing, and there are fish. I guess they are a carp instead of koi, but the message still stands with the good fortune and prosperity and good luck as well. But you see, like, it's just her and the stars and the fish. So there's this need for seclusion, even if it's just for a small amount of time, but it's like a getaway. It's a retreat from the normal day-to-day interactions with people, but you'll also get together with a lot of people as well. There will be those gatherings and get-togethers, but there's also this focus on yourself and making like sacred space to sit in silence and meditate and just gather your thoughts and like connect with your spirit and not have any distractions. Just sit somewhere secluded or like take a walk outside by yourself. So like you don't have to hear the opinions of others. Like it's just you. It's listening to your own voice and what it has to say to you, and also listening to your loved ones and the guides and the angels around you, like spirit, listening to their voice as well as your own to find healing. There are some days where it can be difficult to put a smile on your face when you really want to cry instead, you know? And you have to put up a front some days. So, like, you may feel like you need time alone. You need that space to think about things and release, you know? Cry if you need to. Yeah. This lady is also alone, so this is interesting in how they both are reaching to the sky. They both are looking above. And there is this energy, you know, these waves and pulsating energy waves in the air, and then there's the seeds over here. So it is reaching to the sky for answers and guidance from spirit or your soul or the stars. You're like reaching out for something. You're reaching out for an answer or healing or peace, hope, tranquility, like all of these things. You're reaching out for them. You will this week, and you will be met with something in return as well, like a vision, a dream, a person that comes in and gives you that perfect message, and it was completely divine, and you know it because you were asking about it. Yeah, like they have their hands reaching up. Isn't that cool? And then with these cards, there are two characters in the cards. Like there's the salamander and the lion, and then Bambi and the pheasant. So this is interesting. Like you will make connections and collaborate, and there will be teamwork and a lot of communication, a lot of interactions with others. But there will also be those moments of seclusion and retreat to connect with yourself and your own voice and your own thoughts. So it's very interesting. And there may be like very touching conversations with yourself as well as others, because we got the intimacy card. So like core issues will be touched on, and you'll start the healing process or continue the healing process or complete the healing process. It's like going very deep when it comes to your life and the people in your life and past memories, where you've been, where you were headed, and where you are right now in this moment. Intimate conversations that are very touching and very meaningful, saying, "You make my world very bright," like just saying something like that, or just saying thank you to someone and showing kindness to others and compassion. That is something that we will come across this week. It's not superficial. There won't be many like superficial conversations. There will be these very intimate interactions and connections with people, and maybe you'll meet someone that is going through the same thing you are going through, and like you have a conversation about your like personal experiences, and it's personal, but you are sharing it with someone else and they know exactly what you are going through. Like they hear you and they understand you, and they've been there too. They are sitting in it exactly as you are, maybe in a different way, but it's similar and something that you share with that person. And so that's an example of a meaningful and deep connection with someone, whether it's a friend or someone that you just met, but like you feel comfortable with sharing that with them. And it's like you show someone a big part of you, a big part of who you are, and you let that show. And maybe you don't usually. Maybe you don't usually cry in front of someone, or maybe you don't usually say that thing that you were going through. Like you keep it inside, you don't let it out. But this week, you're okay with it. You're okay with taking the mask off and showing that you're okay. To be raw, like show others who you are, the raw you. And you're not afraid of that. You're okay. You're not gonna hold back. You say, "This is me. This is me. And I'm okay with that. This is me. I love this about myself. I love who I am. And so I'm okay sharing this. I'm okay with you knowing this about me because this is me." So like very, very deep message. Like you'll show your true colors as well. What are your true colors? You're going to express it radiantly without any fear. You're going to express it fearlessly. And that will attract others that share the same thing or understand you and are actually inspired by your words, inspired by your experiences and how you overcame those challenges. And they may feel like a part of them is like you as well. Like they share that. And so a connection is made with that person. And it's quite beautiful. It's quite meaningful and significant. So those are my predictions and messages about this week. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'd love to hear how it goes and how these predictions come true for you and just how it all unfolds. I'm really excited to see how this week just plays out and what it holds for us. So thank you so much for watching, and if you would like a personal reading from me, you can go in the description box below, and there will be a link to my Etsy shop where I provide all of my readings, and you could check that out. I will write my services, and underneath that will be the shop links. So there's that as well. Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye.